On today's IRS tax refund update, we will check in on the latest developments, including the next batch of tax refunds scheduled for release by the IRS. Meanwhile, refund holds under the PATH Act are scheduled to be lifted, so we will take a look at the next step for those impacted, followed by viewers reporting their tax return has been delayed beyond the normal time frame and what that really means. And finally, we will check in on those still not seeing any updates to their tax transcripts and IRS error code 8028. Now, starting off with the latest, as the next batch of tax refunds is scheduled for release on February 15th and will reach bank accounts by February 20th, as confirmed by the refund status results seen here. Also, do keep in mind, due to the holiday on February 19th, there will be no refunds issued on that day, and normal operations including the following batch of tax refunds will be released on February 20th. IRS processing systems continue to operate normally with no significant problems to report, and most tax filers should expect to see that refund within 21 days of the return being accepted by the IRS. Over the last several days, we have had a growing number of viewers report seeing changes in their refund status results similar to the messages seen here, including that their return processing has been delayed beyond the normal time frame. Now, this message is normal and does not indicate any problem with the tax return. The first group who will see this message are those who filed before the tax filing season officially began on January 29th. Now, this is because many of those early filers have or will be shortly hitting that initial 21-day waiting period for processing that the IRS sets. But do keep in mind, as of this recording, the tax season has not hit the 21-day mark. So this message is an automatic response from the IRS computer system. To those viewers who reported quicker movement and updates last year, please remember that in 2023, the tax season began 1 week earlier on January 23rd compared to January 29th for this year. Also, updates in tax processing can fluctuate from year to year, so it is important to note that you will not always be able to compare timelines from past years. As a reminder, with the refund status results not always updating, please make sure to check your tax transcripts for the most up-to-date information, and for those who still do not know how to access their transcripts, please make sure to watch our February 4th video with step-by-step instructions. Moving on to those refund delays due to the PATH Act, as we are nearing the end of those refund holds, at which time the IRS will be able to release tax refunds from returns claiming the earned income tax and additional child tax credit. As a reminder, the additional child tax credit falls under the PATH Act, but not the regular child tax credit. Now, since there are a significant amount of tax refunds delayed under the PATH Act, including many of yours that have already been processed, there are massive amounts of refunds waiting to be released. Due to the IRS computer systems not being able to release and transmit all impacted refunds on a single day, these refunds will have to be released in batches, with the most significant amounts of refunds previously held under the PATH Act going out the week of February 19th and February 26th. You will find an 846 code on your tax transcript when your refund has been cleared for release. Also, to our viewers, please refer to your transcripts and refund status results and not the estimated refund date from your tax preparer, as those dates are often incorrect and do not take into account PATH Act holds. Moving into those tax transcripts, as we are still hearing from viewers that even after 2 weeks since filing, they are still seeing no movement with their transcripts encountering either the letters NA in place of tax year 2023 or a blank account transcript as seen here. Not immediately seeing an update does not indicate there is an issue with your tax return, and the key thing is seeing the tax return is question was in fact accepted by the IRS, which can be done through the tax preparer you used. Typically, you will begin to see movement within 1 to 2 weeks, but sometimes it can be closer to 4 weeks. So at this point, you are still within the normal waiting period, as the tax season officially began on January 29th. Also remember, when it comes to tax transcript updates, these occur on the weekdays between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with the most updates occurring on Friday mornings. Now, this same update timeframe does also apply to those of you who are not seeing any updates when checking your refund status results, and again does not indicate a problem. It is also important to note that Where's My Refund Status Results and tax transcripts update separately, and many viewers over the past years have reported delays in WMR updates to a point they received their refund while the status results still showed the tax return as processing. You will not see that same kind of delay when it comes to tax transcripts, and you must see the 846 code appear when the refund is finally released. Now, while some viewers continue to encounter the ID verification is needed message when checking their refund status results, others are seeing this message that action is required. and that the IRS is sending instructions in a letter. This particular message does not have to do with ID verification, and the indicator to that is seen in the text of the message, which states if you do not respond, your refund amount could be changed. Now, failure of not responding to ID verification does not change your refund amount. It simply freezes the entire refund until the process is completed. So this particular message is going to have to do with something else. And based off past reports, it is likely to be a request for additional information pertaining to income, withholding or credit amounts being reported on the tax return, or if you are claiming a dependent, it could be documentation in regards to that dependent that is needed, such as a birth certificate or proof or residency. Most common letters received in this situation include the 12C and CP 75 notices from the IRS. A problem reported by several viewers is those encountering IRS error code 8028 when attempting to log into their IRS account as seen here. Now, the IRS has yet to explain the cause of this error, and sometimes access to the account will be restored in a matter of days or weeks. But in other cases, the tax filer is unable to gain access at all. And since IRS accounts are linked to Social Security numbers, you will not be able to create a new account as a result. However, in a recent development, some viewers indicated they had access restored to their accounts after several months, and it was only after they filed a complaint about the problem with the IRS Systemic Advocacy Management System. Now, this system does have an online reporting tool where you can report this problem, and if you are experiencing this issue, please report the problem. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.